My clothes. Good. But where's my focus? It's here. Okay. Am I inside the sacred mountain? But only matriarchs are allowed inside.
Well, congrats. You apparently had a lot more kids than you thought.
I see my bow here. Or that damaged focus, the one I took off that killer. Where are they?
Hi, and grandkids. Well, she doesn't have to be a grand matriarch. Well, no, I guess she does. Oh, whatever. Point being is that she had a lot of babies by the age of 18. Somehow.
I'm not gonna find it here.
I love how they've adorned the pipes.
I'm picking up some kind of signal.
I guess I could go for the secret armor. I'll be 100% honest, I don't remember how to do that off the top of my head.
Looks like the ruins I fell into when I was young. The Nora didn't... There! With the rest of my things.
Oh, hang on. Andrew Whisperer. There we go.
Some kind of power
mind.
cell. I wonder what it's for.
Got it. Moving on. Can't change the camera angle in here.
What can you show me?
All commanders, halt excavations and proceed at once to the mission point. Avoid all contact with Nora savages, but if you are seen, kill every witness. Target imaging attached. Do not fail.
Is that tough? And of course, she's familiar with this this interface, so she's been because she's been using it for 10 years. So.
Who says I'm like other Nora? They saw me through Owen's focus. How is that possible?
Then make it quick. I'm heading in. Hold for identiscan. You need to stop listening to Ted and start listening to me.
Where's this from? And when? Are you my mother?
Yeah.
Why try to kill me just because I look like you?
Sins of the father, despite the gender, is still a thing.
Aloy, you are awake.
You brought me here?
Quickly, you must follow.
To where?
To the place where you were born.
Da-da-da-da.
Are you saying I was born here? Inside the mountain?
It is easier if I show you.
Of course, eclectic. I think I've proven I can multitask partially okay. I haven't even been doing it, whatever the event is right now, my kimono.
Why did you bring me here?
That's an interesting point. I didn't even think about that. The fight with the Sawtooth was the robot tutorial. And in my opinion, it was quite well done, gameplay-wise. You know, as I talked about while we were doing it. You know, good terrain, good variety, a decent enemy to go up against, you know. It was a good arena. There's even plenty of resources in the area to use. The fight against the humans was just, yeah, so they're up on a ridge. I'm sorry, I'm being facetious, but it was nowhere near as well designed. The only thing it had going for it was it had arrow construction resources in the area, and that was it. Jotting down a note, sorry. One of the downsides, if you could call it that, although I think it's an upside, of the current method of reviewing, the method we effectively started with Oblivion, is that it's easier to gain positives, but it is also just as easier to get negatives. So I don't really mind giving a negative for that and a positive for that, if you know what I mean. They did give us a machine gun to play with.
It seemed you were dying, and to die near one's mother is sacred. Landra fought it, of course, but Jezza sided with me.
Is my mother here? Am I going to meet her?
It's complicated. Please, just follow me.
Okay.
Does my mother look like me, but with short hair?
I don't see how that could be. You were not born of a woman, Aloy. The mountain is your mother.
That's why we forbade you, because we're stupid. Even by our own fake religion, excuse me, our own religion's perspective, that's still very stupid.
What are you talking about?
Come.
What is this place?
The Great Chamber, where All Mother slew the Metal Devil and gave birth to you.
God, that's
Aloy,
terrifying.
the Proving Massacre was just the first of many disasters. The war party we sent after the killers was ambushed and slaughtered.
But what does that have to do with where I was born?
My hope is everything. This is where we found you.
I'm sorry, if you're not catching what I said was terrifying, you see the arm jutting out of the ceiling?
We heard your cries, came to look, and there you were.
Just lying there?
Yes,
You mean I came from behind the door?
always that is what I have believed. That you came from the womb of the mountain. A gift from All Mother herself. But others, like Lansra, feared that a darker power put you here. Not a gift, but a curse.
But this isn't a goddess.
Aloy!
It's a door. With people behind it. My mother?
Hold for identiscan.
The goddess speaks.
Just like the woman I saw.
Congratulations, you have admin access.
Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Identity cannot be
Well,
confirmed.
not yet, but...
Entry denied.
No, no. Please.
Hang on, I'm sorry to interrupt this actually reasonably touching scene, but the troubleshooter in me is still debating something. let's cap this at 30. Because the animation in the cutscenes isn't just bad, it's wrong, you know? Let's see what that does. Ugh, looks worse, immediately. But yeah, this is part of that typical Hollywood-type storytelling thing I was talking about before.
Aloy, All Mother spoke
We're
to
the
you
chosen
as
one.
if she knew you.
Were you not listening? It didn't recognize me.
Because of corruption. The goddess's own words. Surely, if you heal this corruption, she will see you clearly.
And how would I do that?
You said you've had visions. Of a woman with short hair.
The killers came for me because I look like her.
But their power is overwhelming. Is there no other trail to follow?
Olin. He was one of the outsiders. The night before the proving. The killer saw me through his eyes. He lives in Meridian.
So you will have to leave the sacred land.
I've been an outcast all my life. Why not an exile too?
Shh. There is another way. Come, and we will make it so.
See, already the animations link up a little bit better with what's supposed to be happening in the cutscene, but we'll leave it uncapped for a while, see how it fits long term.
After the massacre at the Proving, a great war party was sent after the killers. Less than half survived.
No, Mega D8. I mean, I guess it is actually a decent port, except when it's terrible. I know that sounds contradictory, but I mean it. If not for the frame rate issues, the animation issues, which may be connected to the frame rate issues, and the near non-stop crashes, this is a pretty good port to PC. Better than Skyrim. Thank you for the sub, very, very much.
How was the war party defeated?
The killers do not fight alone. Somehow they have a power
1 second.
over the machines, corrupting them, driving them mad.
So the killers got away?
Yes. And now the only plan my sister matriarchs can agree to is to sing the Hymn of Atonement and beg for All Mother's mercy, as though she would not want us to help ourselves.
Then, what's your plan?
This was my plan. To show you where you were born and loose you to follow the destiny All Mother intended for you. The other High Matriarchs are waiting for us. Let me do the talking.
I suppose I'm not making my point very clearly, because it's me and I'm an idiot. But my point is that I've seen bad ports of console games to PC. They act weird. They control weird, right? They don't feel like they're made for keyboards or mice or proper window or interface utilization, right? They feel like they're made for a D-pad and a button, right? Stuff like that. We actually just talked about this with Cyberpunk, which was not a particularly good PC port, even though it came out on PC to begin with. Skyrim is another good example. I always stick with Skyrim as the example of a bad PC port. That's my point, though. It doesn't feel... This game does not feel like it was made for console. This game feels like a good PC game that I have to cap the frame rate on, maybe, because we're still testing that, and has tons of crashes, which is why I'm just kind of like... it's kind of a thing. I'm gonna keep watching the cutscenes, though.
Yes. I
See if
showed
it's
her.
been fixed.
Sisters, the goddess spoke to Aloy. Told her to heal the corruption.
But how is she to do that?
She will have to journey...
Hey, look, it's the third matriarch.
A seeker? If the goddess spoke, it must be so.
You would name this thing a seeker?
Sister!
For once, Lansra, join with us.
You don't have to. We outnumber you.
This will be your sin, not mine. Send her seeking, and may she never be seen again.
Aloy, by the holy grace of the one goddess, we hereby anoint you a seeker of the Nora tribe.
No barrier can now stay you from your sacred task. May All Mother protect you and sustain you. Stay true. I will make ready for the hymn.
Okay, what is going on with her bracelet thing?
Our hopes lie with you.
Teersa, what's a seeker?
You are. And here is your mark. In times of great need, the High Matriarchs may anoint a seeker. A worthy brave sent forth to accomplish a great purpose. No matter where that purpose might take her.
Even beyond the borders of the Sacred Land?
Yes. And with the right to return when you are done, or as the need arises.
Even the eye animation seems to be fixed by capping it at 30 frames per second. You might think, oh, that's good. No, that's bad. I mean, if I have to cap a frame rate to get the animations to not be literally buggy... I'm actually gonna... So, let's assume this is corrected here. We're going to put that under gameplay, though, instead of story. We're going to shuffle that down. And we're going to leave that on for a bit. We're going to keep debating. But, yeah, we're going to readdress that because that's stupid. Now you're probably thinking, but lore! It was designed for that! Yeah, so why is FPS even an option? See, here's the thing. If you don't have the power, time, resources, knowledge, skill, budget, in order to make something work at a higher standard, then don't even allow it to be an option. You know what I mean? If they couldn't make 60 frames per second work, which I'm willing to be understanding on, because that is work. That is a decent chunk of time and effort to basically readdress most of the keyframed animations, which are probably going through most of these cutscenes, and the animation loop cycles and all the other standardized crap that's going wrong. So that's a lot of work. So don't even let it be an option. Don't even have a frame rate selection. Just bam, and set it at 30 FPS. Because an enormous number of video games have their animations and their cutscenes dependent on frame rate. And we've seen a few times over the past, I'm trying to think, there's another example of a game, and I'm trying to remember which one it is. It was semi-recent, it was within the last year, where we were playing it, and we were playing it at 60 FPS, which was great, except during the cutscenes where it was wonky and weird, because they didn't know how to deal with that. And I'm trying to remember which game that was. I guess I could just pull up my own list here. That's going to bug me now. But it's a common thing, is what I'm trying to say. Tying cutscene animation to frame rate is pretty common. Oh, it wasn't Halo. It wasn't Yakuza. What was that? Was it Batman? It might have been Batman. No. No. It was GTA 4. It was GTA 4. That's what it was. Grand Theft Auto 4. You remember that? Where they kind of like stuttered as they moved, and it was really weird and jerky and awkward as we were going through during the lore run. That's the recent example I was thinking of. Anyways, you get my point. I'm pretty sure that's what we're seeing here. That is, of course, just speculation, but just looking at her eyes says all it really needs to, because her eyes are still moving. Her eyes are still doing the standard... You could see the independent script that's running the idle animation of her standing there. But it's no longer running at what is effectively double speed. So it doesn't look crazy anymore. She doesn't look like she's doing this anymore. And I'm going to stop doing that because that actually makes me a little dizzy.
So I can go anywhere at all. No restrictions.
Even to forbidden places, like the tainted lands beyond All Mother's sight. or the ruins of the metal world.
I see. Why are the ruins of the metal world forbidden?
They are blighted places, Aloy. Dark and wicked, like the children of metal who built them. When they rebelled and tried to murder All Mother, her wrath leveled their cities, but could not cleanse their sin. Their ancient spite haunts those ruins, ready to ensnare anyone foolish enough to enter them.
But I've been in a ruin. It looked a lot like the inside of All Mother.
That cannot be so.
It is.
Then, this is something beyond my understanding. I will trust you to reveal the truth.
And that right there is actually why I like Teersa in a nutshell. A lot of people react differently when confronted with things that are beyond their ken or things that would adjust their worldview. Teersa's reaction was to admit, I don't understand this. This is something beyond me. And she's right. You know, we know that. But it's harder than it sounds to be the person to say, this is beyond me. I have trouble with that. Because I understand everything. Wait. I do have trouble with that. I'm going to jot her down as one of our potential positives. I got a lot of potential positives that are probably going to be ending up a thing at some point. We'll just add that to the list there. Anyways, Luke asks, has the bug been fixed? Fingers crossed. We haven't had a reiteration yet.
Why are the lands beyond Nora territory called tainted?
Is it not obvious? Our land is sacred. We live in sight of the one goddess, All Mother, source of all that lives. Beyond her sight lies a vast fallen land, spiritually tainted. That is why it is against tribal law to leave. But the Seeker blessing will protect you.
Actually, it just occurred to me. You remember what I just said? Better, easier to get positives and negatives. I'm going to jot down a potential negative. I was thinking that too of Unfalkenstein, but remember, we just turned the frame rate down just now. The game's been running fine for about an hour now. So, we'll see. But I don't mind leaving it at 30 FPS. I really don't. I would rather have 60 FPS, but it's not that big of a deal. And if it fixes the crash issue, then that's a worthy sacrifice, you know. Possible of Unfalkenstein. Because you're right. I wasn't. You're talking about the little mini things I kept noticing that I speculate were mini crashes. Now I'm going to leave that potential story negative as a potential because I had to debate that. But several of the characters in this game are awesome, right? You know, Erend is awesome, Aloy is awesome, Rost was awesome, Teersa is awesome. I need to write him down too, I'll write it. Sylens, which I think is spelled that way, is my favorite character in the game. He's super freaking amazing. Sylens, I spelled it wrong. It's an Y. Sylens, there we go. But the reason I bring that up is because the named characters who are not awesome tend to be bad to the point of irritating. Now, I'm not sure if that's an individual negative or it's more just a supporting cast negative. I've never done that before. We've given positives for a generically good supporting cast. We've never given a negative for a generically bad supporting cast before. But I'm kind of leaning towards it, because think about all the named characters we've encountered so far. Like Jackass who's prejudiced against us, or Jackass teenager who's prejudiced against us, or generically competitive woman, or Jackass matriarch who's prejudiced against us, and you kind of see my point. And again, there's several examples of this later. We could also mention Villain, whose name is, well, we don't know yet, but of course, but you know, I remember Villain not being a particularly engaging character as well. But that's why that's in italics. We need to see this as this develops, because right now we've only got like a supporting cast of 5 dudes. So, we'll see.
Have there been other Seekers?
There have, but they are rare, and most who set out are never heard from again.
Was Rost a Seeker?
No, not a Seeker.
What are you not telling me?
This is not the time, Aloy. Perhaps another day.
It is raining, and we are standing out here. Can we go indoors?
What was done with Rost's body?
I'm afraid there was very little left to recover. But what there was, we buried at the place where he raised you, with flowers on the grave.
Thank you. So many have suffered. Is there anything I can do to help?
What is most important is for you to fulfill the purpose All-Mother has intended for you.
I don't know what that means any more than you do.
Then you must find out. If, however, you sense that part of your purpose is to help the tribe, by all means do so.
Don't worry, I like doing side quests.
I have no doubt you will find people in need throughout the Embrace.
As long as they're good side quests.
You said the Nora sent a war party after the killers.
Yes. But it was ambushed and overrun. Very few escaped alive. And most that did were wounded.
Do you know where the killers went?
No. But you could ask Varl, one of the Braves guarding the gates of the Embrace. He survived the ambush. He would know more.
I should be on my way.
From here, you must go to the gates of the Embrace. Speak to Varl, and he will point the way to Meridian. If any Nora tries to stand in your way, Aloy, make sure they know you are a Seeker.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Tirsa, for all you've done.
May all
See you in about a dozen or 2 hours. A few days of real time.
Nora faithful, we will soon begin.
I don't necessarily disagree, Larian, since, hammering in the point. It's just... As always, I need to gather more evidence in order to really justify my negative. When you say options, where, Chocolate Rob? Because I don't actually recall where you are referencing. Hey, I actually have the Ancient Armory quest already logged. Aw. Still gonna need more guidance than that, though, Chocolate Rob. Select new face paint available after completing New Game Plus on Hard, Very Hard, and Ultra Hard. Focus effect. New Game Plus, Hard, Very Hard, Ultra Hard. I will admit, I don't get along well with zealots. And I'll kill anyone who disagrees with me on that.
Soon we will beg forgiveness for the sins that brought such misery on the tribe. When we hear the matriarchs lift their voices, we will join ours to theirs.
The outcast girl. So she survived her wounds.
I can feel the ground softening up.
Mud.
She saved many lives. The tribe is lucky to have her.
Also gross. But I don't like mud. It's coarse and irritating. We're done. Let's get a restock before we go. In fact, just to be 100% on this, let's fill the quiver. I suppose that's an interesting argument that I can't quite refute, Larian. I mean, don't mistake me, I love this game, and this is going to be a massively net positive game. I think I can prove that already. But we'll see, we'll see. Like I said, I need more evidence. Even if I was doing this on my own, I would need more evidence to justify that negative.
I'll find a use for you.
We shall see. Oh, God. So I don't actually... I'm a very clean person. To contrast that, I have absolutely no difficulty or problems getting dirty, right? I used to work as a janitor, for God's sakes. But I'll tell you one thing. There's nothing quite the same as having finished a particularly unpleasant job and then just getting in the shower. And just being there for a bit, you know? Like, okay, let's just deal with that.
Reaches your ears. Goddess.
Yeah, okay.
Can't be too prepared.
Aloy! Aloy!
Tev?
All-Mother be praised! I heard the rumors, but I didn't know for sure until I saw you just now. I'm glad to see you're okay.
Crush.
And you're even wearing the tunic I stitched for you. I'm honored.
Well, you see... Oh, sorry. I've actually wondered before if Aloy... How do I phrase this? Either hasn't or never will activate her romantic side, you know what I mean? Because it's just never been a thing. And so it's either the switch is off or it will never be on.
What sort of rumors did you hear?
That you were wounded. Expected to die. And then, High Matriarch Teersa insisted that you be allowed to heal inside All-Mother. Huh. That caused a stir. Only matriarchs are allowed to enter the mountain. But you deserve the honor. The survivors had told everyone how you fought to save them.
I wasn't the only one to fight.
No. They spoke of Bast and Vala, too.
We're probably in pieces right now.
The man who raised me. He fought to save me, and he died for it.
He's in pieces, too.
Survivors didn't speak of him, but I remember him. He was there that day when you saved me. I remember he stepped in front of you when my father started yelling. If by dying he saved your life, Aloy, I don't think he regretted it.
You know, another real quick thought, and then I'll move on from the proving scene. By the way, I don't think I said it out loud. I liked your idea, Eclectic. Your rewrite. It's good stuff. Probably needs a little bit of storyboarding to polish it up, but I do like the overall idea quite a bit better. Granted, nowadays most of my creative thought is more in minimalistic tone, because I don't have infinite power and money to do a cutscene the way I want to, so instead I try to think of what I could do, right? You know, making do kind of a thing. In the interest of discussing the possibility of making do, here's a thought. We go up, there's the initial fight, where we're fighting alongside, I've already forgotten their names, Vala and Bast, I think. And we're like, fight. And we have our big fight. The guy comes up with the gun and starts shoots down one of the people. We get the gun, we get it away from him, we shoot down the rest of them. And then then like someone tosses in a grenade or something. Explosion hits, we get knocked out. We fade to black. We have the fever sequence. And it just cuts in between those, like that, right? And then as she wakes up, she tries to figure out what's going on. She's very confused and lost. As she's going through both the cutscene with Teersa, I want to call her Teresa. Teersa and the cutscene here with him, this is when the exposition comes in that Rost swooped in and ended up saving our life, and the only reason we survived any of that was because he was there. In other words, rather than showing it and kind of doing a bad job of it, say after the fact what happened, that kind of a deal. I don't know, just food for thought.
I need the gate opened.
Do you have any idea how dangerous it is out there?
I need to pass through.
You'll have to talk to Resh then, up on the wall. He's the new war chief. I'm not sure he'll help you.
What's the danger in the embrace? Are the killers still there?
No. They're long gone. The war party went after them, but the killers slaughtered them. They have some evil power over the machines. They corrupt them, make them fight at their side.
And these corrupted machines, they're loose in the Embrace?
Some have broken through. And from what I hear, it's even worse outside the Embrace. Believe me, this is no time to go traveling.
Why wouldn't Resh help me?
Well, he says mean things about you.
That I'm a motherless curse, an outcast, that sort of thing?
Yeah. I wish he hadn't been made war chief, but Sona disappeared after the ambush. They say she went after the killers all by herself.
Who is Sona?
Sona was the tribe's war chief, but she went missing after the war party was ambushed. You probably saw her at Mother's Heart. A tall, lean woman with dark skin and long white hair. Her daughter ran in the proving, but she died.
Was Vala her daughter?
Yes, she was. I liked her.
So did I.
By the way, hi Team Zack Attack. I noticed OBS is being weird again, despite the fact that we've capped the frame rate. Whatever.
What are you doing here with a bow and spear, Teb? You're a Stitcher, not a Brave.
Most of our Braves are dead or wounded, Aloy. Someone has to defend Mother's Watch, so I thought I'd help out. I should be okay. Just as long as I don't try to run any Brave trails, right?
I should be on my way, Teb.
May All Mother go with you.
Goddess,
I mean, if you think about it, Vandalia, that would be kind of an interesting game. At first thought you'd be like, that'd be really boring, but no, you just need to make it right. I mean, Frostpunk you never... Well, actually, that's not a bad example. That's a bad example, because you do actually leave the city in Frostpunk. But, like, something like that, you know? You never really leave the city, so...
I need the gate opened.
Hey, it's asshole.
Since when has any outcast's need been my concern?
Since I was anointed a Seeker. Now open the gate.
You? A Seeker? Have Teersa and Jezza gone insane? Bad enough that they let you run in the proving. But to nurse you back to health inside the sacred mountain? No wonder a curse is upon us and children lie dead under cairns of stone.
If you think Teersa and Jezza are traitors, why don't you head up the mountain and say that to their faces? Or do you only talk big when your superiors aren't around?
I am the Nora War Chief.
And I am a Seeker, so do as you're told and open the gate.
The sooner you're gone from here, the better.
What was that?
So, our first encounter with these lovely things.
By the goddess, what's it doing to them?
They're taking control.
Brace yourselves! What have we brought on us now, you motherless curse? Kill them, Braves! Kill them all!
You could tell he's a good military leader because he takes a moment in a crisis situation where an enemy is attacking him to cuss out someone thanks to his personal biases before continuing on with his extremely generic and irrelevant orders, which just involve a move.
ourselves. Today we fight a curse, a demon. Oh, Mother, give us strength!
Won't be long. Gotta get in position. Here it comes.
Attack!
Watch the Striders! It's driven them mad!
Thankfully, I've never encountered any in real life, Sierra Mike. Most of the military people I've met are pretty cool. But I've probably been blessed in that regard. Little evidence, yada yada yada. Damn it. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button and it keeps throwing me. Well, that's not quite fair. What I keep doing is I keep not releasing the arrow. I don't know how to quick shot. Screw it. Old-fashioned method. The only fighting style I know in this game. Yeah, this is our first actual boss fight. This is also the end of the intro, too. Appropriate, we're fighting a machine for that.
It's down! One of these things marched with the killers at the Proving. How does it possess other machines?
The hunt is over.
What's its secret?
I didn't know you could actually do that, Tyron. I believe you, obviously. So anyways, nice boss fight, actually. And,
You speak for no one.
Shut up. Nice, decent arena, not quite as well set up as the previous
How
fight.
does a machine like that take control of all those Striders?
But you'll notice this is the third and basically final tutorial here, right? This is the working with a group tutorial.
I need to know how that machine took possession of those Striders.
Which is funny, because I agree with Eclectic. The working with group tutorial probably should have happened before this.
Maybe my focus can tell me how that machine controlled the other one.
Please shut up while I loot. Tried to get all the loot. Damn right, Blue Walrus.
How'd you do it? Show me. You made them obey you. But how? This. You did it with this. It's connecting to my focus. Then I could use this.
I was always a tech priest, Blue Walrus.
Worth a shot. Couple loops of wire. Looks like it'll hold. I just need to test it.
Aloy, how did you do that? You killed that demon. Pulled its guts from the carcass.
The way it controls other machines. I think I figured it out. But I need to test it on a machine.
Plenty of Striders along the path to the gates of the Embrace, I guess.
Exactly. And the gates are where I'll be headed anyway. I need to speak to Varl.
I always knew you were different, Aloy, but...
But what?
I think you're a blessing from All Mother. No matter what Resh says.
Thank you, Teb. But I have to go now.
I know you do. And my thoughts go with you.
Graves!
I mean, it's a damn good game, Team Zacatech. I'm looking forward to this.
I don't care if you have to bandage it together. Get it done.
Like, I'm jazzed, you know? It's a flawed game, but damn, it's so fun. Anyways, and as long as it doesn't crash anymore, I'm gonna be really happy.
I need to test this device. See what it can do.
First we're gonna save, because we haven't technically had an option to do that yet. Yeah, the funny thing is, the game, we're still in the intro, although we're effectively at the final steps of the intro. That was the final boss of the intro. Effectively the first real boss, but also the final tutorial fight. We had the tutorial for machines, we had the tutorial for people, and then we had the tutorial for allies fights, which will be coming up later, of course. Oh, you're right. I don't know how to use those buttons. What buttons are those? Ah! But yes, we have, like, I think one last tutorial. Arrow keys? Nope. Arrow keys? Really? Oh, this is the arrow keys right here. Alright, let's check the key bindings. Let's check the key bindings. Throw ourselves a treat. Don't see it. Hey Takari, what's up? How y'all doing? Okay. So then, X? Nope. F. It is F. Okay, F uses whatever the one is in the bottom. Cool. And then I could just cycle that. Right. Actually, this came out on PC about a year ago. That's one of the reasons why that bug, the super crash problems we've been having, is so egregious. They have had...
Search for melted snow.
I think literally over a year at this point to patch this sucker. It might be slightly under a year. I take it back. It was under a year because it was July, wasn't it? They have had under a year to patch this game, and they haven't. Although supposedly it used to be even buggier, so I suppose that's something. I'm not taking away those two negatives, though. I'm sorry.
Striders. I can test the override device.
Like, forgive me. I know this is going to sound strange, coming from someone who worked for almost a decade in network engineering and has been working in computers since he was in grade school. But I know a little bit about troubleshooting computers, especially software-hardware interactions. And the fact... The hoops I was jumping through to make this work aren't the most hoops I've jumped through to make this work, but those are some pretty severe hoops. And as a fresh reminder, the specific thing that is currently seems to be working was hex editing the EXE.
Should go.
I just want to be really clear about that. Like, I'm not saying that that's super advanced, because it goes past that. But I want you to picture some random person who just wants to play Horizon Zero Dawn trying to figure out how to hex edit an EXE file on their program. Yeah, I'll write it up, Eclectic. Because I still have the code. It's the, hang on. I have it written down. Give me just a second. Because I knew which code I was looking for. Yeah, I needed to change it to 90-90-90. 90-90-90-90-90. It's a 5 iteration. Also true, Zalug, which is just pathetic. The specific code you're looking for. Give me just a second here. Give me a second, because you want to see this here. There it is. So, Zalok could answer this much better than me, because I'm actually not that super familiar with programming. But the hex code you are changing is 0xDEADCA7. That's what you are replacing with 90909090, and just basically wiping that out, because 90909090 is basically just nulling it, is effectively, it's getting rid of the command. So, Zalok, if you want to explain that, because you would be far more skilled at explaining that than I am. Damn it. I was just talking about it, too. That's a crash. Okay, so 0xDEADCA7 is a program that is it specifically sends a crash. That's what it does. It sends a crash command, for lack of a better way to put it, so that a developer can look at it and say, here is what went wrong. Here was what was screwing up. It's the kind of thing that you leave in deliberately when you're testing programming, when you're testing code. You usually remove those commands when the code goes live. One second. I actually do have another thing to check here. Because I have one last idea. Really? Huh. God, I was just freaking talking about this. I was just talking about this. That's what I thought. One more thing. Just one more thing. Give me a second here. Sorry. That's what I thought. All right. I know what I'm gonna do. Hey, Orange Deku. How many crashes are we up to? Has anyone been keeping track? Because I have not, admittedly. That was almost 3 hours without a crash. I was actually legitimately thinking we fixed it. Between some combination of everything we've done, I figured we had it. The autosaves and the quick saves are not terrible, so we're just gonna live with it. We will decide based on how many crashes per hour we have for how many, you know, negatives we end up giving that. I do apologize. Obviously, I could just switch to the PS4 version, but I kind of rather not. There is one last reason why I prefer a PC game over a PS4 or a PS3 game, and it's admittedly a very personal, dumb reason.
I can test the override device on them.
Playing a game like this for 10 hours a day actually physically hurts me by the end of the day, whereas mouse and keyboard causes me no pain. I forget the exact number. I wrote it down in the review houses, but it was very bad. It was a very bad crash rate. I would rather Joy-Cons for most games. Joy-Cons are the only thing more comfortable than mouse and keyboard. Although if you think about it, both are pretty similar. Really? No, Wraith. We found that out last time we played it. I mean, Joy-Cons are about as ergonomic as it gets for me, Bamber, so I don't know. Yeah, no, this looks a lot like a crash trigger. What's funny is I have done... Several people have suggested things, and I've done everything I could think of. And the reason I bring that up is because that pretty much means we're at the wall. I have done everything I can think of and everything I know to do. There's no other fixes to try. I mean, I say that I could probably come up with something else. Lower resolution. We already tried that fix. There's one other thing we could try. This should not change anything, but we'll try it. It's going to be a pain and may not even show up on the stream, but we'll try it. I'll try it. I love how it turns off my second monitor every time I do that. I know you can't see it. You're gonna have to give me a second. What? Okay. Let's see how this works. Give it a second. Are we still? Yep, we still appear to be here. I have no idea, Walker. And truth be told, I don't have a good way to test that. I would have to play this game without streaming for a minimum of 3 hours to even comfortably say that I had data. Unless it crashed quickly, of course. We supposedly had a crash trigger right up here. Let's see what happens. While we're at it.
Striders. I can test the override device on them. She's going quiet. Didn't go through all of this to wind up trampled by a frightened herd. Nice and quiet. Okay, here it goes! Come on, come on. It worked! It's not hostile. There we go. That a boy. That's more like it. Yeah! 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 Ride! This Strider is fast! This beats walking. I should try overriding other kinds of machines. Probably can't ride them all, but I might find a use for them.
Open the gates!
Watch yourselves! Bring it closer! Closer!
Oh, come on, I can fit through that. There we go, there we go. Where's my mount? Oh, wow, that's screen tearing. That's terrible. Are you seeing that?
Varl, I take it?
Am I seeing things? Or were you riding that Strider when you came through the gate?
I was. It's hard to explain.
I imagine so. Strange times we live in. We who've survived. I recognize you, of course. Aloy, the outcast who won the Proving. I'm glad to see you survived your wounds.
High Matriarch Tirsa said you might know the way to Meridian.
The capital of the Carja Sundom? You seek exile?
No. A traitor named Olin. The Matriarchs made me a seeker so I could go after him.
Huh. Well, then you should head north to Mother's Crown. If you make it, talk to Maria. She'll point the way.
If I make it?
The trail is dangerous. Ever since the War Party massacre, our lands go unpatrolled, and our borders unguarded. We have no war chief to lead us.
Isn't that Resh's job?
Ugh. Only because Sona went missing. I'd go after her myself, but she ordered me to hold this gate with my life. And so I have.
You said the trail is dangerous. What sorts of dangers?
Almost too many to name. The killers are still out there, and somehow they've corrupted the machines, spreading madness.
Yes, I've seen it myself.
Bandits, too. Cutthroats who snuck across the border to prey on us. The word is, there's a camp in the metal ruins upriver.
Sounds like I need to craft more arrows. You said I won the proving. How did you know that?
I spoke to survivors. They said you fought bravely, as did Bast. And my sister.
Your sister was Vala? I'm very sorry. I liked her. I think we might have even become friends. If we'd had a chance.
Thank you. She died saving others. There is no better death.
You said the war party was massacred. How?
When word came of the attack on the Proving, War Chief Sona assembled a war party to give chase. But in their haste to get vengeance, some braves broke rank and raced ahead, straight into a trap. A pack of crazed machines, seething with corruption, fell upon the braves and savaged them. War Chief Sona led a countercharge and destroyed the machines, but by then the killers were gone, and our losses were extreme.
You said War Chief Sona is missing?
Even when the war party was massacred, she wouldn't give up the chase. She called for volunteers and went after the killers.
You didn't volunteer?
Of course I did, but Sona denied me that. She ordered me to see the wounded back to the Embrace, and to guard this gate, to guard the Embrace with my life. That was days ago, and since then there's been no word from her.
So there's no way to know if she's alive or dead.
If anyone could survive out there, it would be her. Sona's prowess is legend, an unbending spear to measure ourselves against.
Sounds like she sets a high standard.
Ugh, you have no idea. She's my mother.
I'm so sorry.
I should be on my way.
Aloy, before you make the journey to Mother's Crown and beyond, is there any chance you could search for Sona? The tribe needs her leadership. I'd go after her myself if she hadn't commanded me to hold this gate at all costs.
Where was she last seen?
The War Party massacre site. A wooded hollow across from Devil's Thirst, on this side of the river. You might be able to pick up her trail there. She went after the killers who attacked the Proving, who killed those we love, who tried to kill you.
I get it, Varl. I'll see what I can do.
I mean, it's true, Eclectic. The sooner we get Resh out of there, the better, and not just because of personal bias. Anybody will tell you an incompetent commander is a bad news machine. It is tearing. Is that doing it on stream? I can't even tell. Let's try it. I'm going to spin for a bit, so if you don't want to be dizzy, look away, okay? I need to do this rapid fire so I can see if it's doing it on stream. Looks like it's not. Just doing it on my monitor then. Okay. That sucks.
May the goddess protect.
That is a really irritating tear. I'm not sure why it's tearing. Nothing should be causing that.
All of it in the Embrace.
Okay, hang on. As much as I hate to use VSync, I'll try using VSync.
The world just got bigger. But also more dangerous.
Okay, that looks like it fixed it. Exactly as this. Good point, Zach Taft. Good point. The best kind of mount. A giant mechanical monstrosity. But yes, tutorial is... Oh my god. That's new. Oh, this game. This game. Is it that way on the other menus? Nope. So the map is delayed now. That's almost a solid second in between when I actually move my mouse and when the map moves. at this point. Yeah, it's extremely disorienting. That's why I'm like, no, go over here. There we go. What side quest did I leave in the Embrace? Oh, dude, I have been having... Oh, I did leave something in the Embrace. I've been having so many issues. Crash issues. In fact, this will probably crash again. I'm basically at the point where I'm just accepting the fact that it's going to crash regularly. And that's just... That's life. That's how it's going to be. This game has very regular autosaves, but that's where we're at, is it's just going to crash constantly. Yeah, we're up to 8 crashes so far in about 6 hours of gameplay. Not great. Well, those people can suck it, Hazardous. In my house. Yeah, I hate to re-stress this, but as a reminder, they said when they were announcing that last patch that just went live, a week ago or whatever, that was the last patch they were going to do. They were discontinuing support so they could focus on the second game.
Quiet now.
So, that sucks. Yeah, actually, what's funny, and by funny I mean absolutely terrible, is there is a... Hello? No! Once it crashes, there's a little pop-up that says go to this website and report the crash here. And it'll give you an error code and everything. I had some issues doing that, so I haven't actually reported any crashes yet, I'll go ahead and admit it. I mean, that's true, Takari, but that's the problem with that, isn't it? At that point, what you effectively have is a coin flip. Are you going to have a completely normal experience where everything's cool, or a crash fest? And that's a pretty stark problem, right? I mean, that's just gambling. Will I have a... Now, the good news is, especially if you buy this on, like, Steam or GOG, you probably have time to test out the game, play it for a couple hours, and be like, okay, it crashed. And if you have even one crash within that period of time, you're probably safe in saying, I'm going to have a crash fest. And then, you know, turn it in. So I suppose that's my first bit of advice. Go ahead and pick it up. If you have issues within the first few hours, you're gonna have issues. If you don't, well, you probably won't. Maybe, I don't know.
But no body. There's gotta be more to this.
Like I said, the longest I've been without a crash so far is 3 hours, which I thought we'd fixed it.
Looks like a few drops of blood lead away from the camp. First comes cold, then the snowfall.
I will freely admit, very little irritates me as much as knowing that there's an ongoing problem I'm not sure I've fixed. Computer issues, excuse me.
Whose knife is this?
Die, bunny. I need your delicious flesh. Because now I'm never going to be able to relax this entire run. I'm always going to be on edge, knowing that at any moment it's going to be like, crash, right?
Did someone attack Braum with it? Looks like more blood leading away from here.
Possibly, Nerzes, possibly. They could also have the opposite problem, because I've read that's a thing, too. Like playing in Fallout New Vegas. Yeah.
There, a bucket. Did someone bring the blood to the camp? The trail of blood ends here, but whoever left it must have also left tracks.
It's really weird. Sorry. Yeah, exactly, Kira White Noise. I mean, that is an improvement, Plutonia. Oh yeah, that's the best kind of crash, Vandalia.
Come on. Can't be too prepared. Brawl said Ward Chief Sona went after the killers from the Proving. Maybe I should try to find her.
Hang on, I'm busy. God. Even the game wants me to do the main quest. Sheesh. It's okay, this tricorder has also spent decades being built to track people over all kinds of terrains. Oh, okay. If you need me, I'll be over here. No, I won't need you. Oh. Okay. Wait, I thought of something you could do. Yes?
That's twisted. I wonder if the blood from the camp came from this boar.
You could sing me a song.
If Braum did this, why does he want people to think he's dead? And why desecrate the shrine?
So what you're saying, Kay, is that villain is a bad guy. I don't disagree, really. Villain might actually be a negative to story by himself in the end. We'll see, obviously.
Who are those scrappers picking at?
Listen, all animals must die, Kay. I'm hungry, alright? I'm hungry! Sorry. Oh, I know Team Zacatec. I have actually played this game before. It's just not for a few years, not since it came out, but I do remember a few things. You'll notice I'm going after foxes the moment I see them. Bingo. That's likely. Oh no, don't apologize, Team Zacatec. I'm just pointing it out. That's all. Dude, Silence is awesome. But yeah, I wouldn't call him villain. Or a villain, even. So far I'm doing exactly the same damage, so I'm leaning towards no, Dream Whisperer. Oh my god. See that? We're still doing 15. And 90. The exact same we were doing at the beginning. No, we need to do other upgrades to increase our damage output.
Looks like
wait, really? So I didn't know that, Eclectic.
Short work of it.
That's hysterical.
If it's Braum, he definitely knows how to handle a spear.
Yeah, no, level, to my knowledge, only changes your health and your skill points. And I think that's it, actually. I mean, skill points are useful, there's some decent talents, but to my knowledge, that is it. You don't just passively gain stats. Pull out the tricorder. So that's the TOS tricorder. By TNG, it's like little chirps. That guy is walking right into that rock.
Someone loaded these supplies.
Oh god, me too, Eclectic. I mean, not just because I was just talking about AR and how I think it has, you know, real, legitimate value in real life.
Braum was an outcast for a long time. Why take food and gear now?
No, you get new weapons. I just haven't bought or upgraded any yet. One of the things I can do is I can upgrade my bow. I can be like, Fucha, Fucha. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and add. Let's just do. How many of those do I have? I mean, handling is great, but I think I only have like one of those. Handling one. Yeah, I only have the one. Apparently, I only have one of all of these. wish to resist corruption. I need boar bones for that. Oh no, it totally does, Plutonium. Don't know if it's the same composer, but it totally does. And yeah, I'm with you, Team Zack Attack. I was talking about that earlier. I love both of the visual aesthetics of this game. The digital aesthetic, you know, the kind of teal, aqua, violet thing they got going on, and the fur and plastic look. And I keep emphasizing plastic. The metal's fine, but the plastic is really cool looking.
Why would they take them
I
and
don't know.
just
I
throw
think it's
them
really
away?
cool. I've actually thought about looking into the real-life AR glasses that they make.
I will. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself before I hurt her.
What? Okay. Unnecessary slow-mo.
I won't listen. Not until you promise. I will. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself before I hurt her. You're not a spirit. What do you want?
I want you to step away from the edge, Brom.
No. Leave me alone. Can't you see I need time to think? How am I supposed to think when everybody is shouting at me?
I'm not shouting. I know you're a good listener. So come listen to me, just as you would the others.
They say not to listen. But Alara always said, never ignore a speaker I can see. All right. I'll hear you out.
That's better. Now tell me, what's troubling you?
Spirits of the forgotten. Souls cursed by the All-Mother. Their voices never let me be. They want me to do things, hurt people. If I go back to the Nora, they might make me hurt Alara. And I'll kill myself before I let that happen.
Do you have to listen to the spirits, Brom?
They're speaking to me right now. O is with me. They take care of me, keep me company, help me, except when they scream. Like when that hunter knocked me down. Crush his skull with the rock, they said. And I did.
Brom, you're alive. Oh, Mother be praised. I'm sorry I followed you, but I had to make sure he was all right.
No. Please, sister, I can't protect you.
I need no protection from you, Brom.
He fears these spirits that he hears will turn him against you. Unless your voice can quiet them?
Yes, just as it was before. He only ever hurt someone once, and it was provoked.
I don't want to hurt you. But the Forgotten, their whispers, they fill my head with screams.
Brom isn't ready to return to the Nora. But I don't think he'll hurt you, Alara.
There's a place where I can stay. A cave on All-Mother Mountain. I suppose you could visit me there, so long as I'm strong.
You will be, Brom. I'll help you. Thank you, Aloy. I'll take care of him now. May you walk in All-Mother's eternal memory, and may the Forgotten leave you be.
One of those horrible thoughts I have periodically is how worlds deal with mental health issues when, you know, they have none of the tools necessary to do so. I mean, again, you could argue we don't have the tools to deal with it, but you get my point. It is here, right? Like, this is the spot? I feel like that's the spot. That's gotta be the spot. Confirm.
To think he built all this alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore. Not without Rost. There's nothing for me here anymore.
I actually don't remember where the exact spot is.
World's going white.
Just venting. Now it's nighttime, so I'm gonna have a little time seeing. There we go.
Rost. I couldn't leave the sacred land without visiting you. When you said goodbye, I told you I'd find you. Track you down. Well, looks like you did it after all. Went somewhere I can't follow. I should have known you'd be watching. At the proving. Looking out for me. There for me when no one else was. Like always. One last time. Thank you, Rost. I won't waste what you've given me. I promise. I'll make you proud. I've been trying to puzzle it out, but nothing makes sense. The killers came after me because I look like this... a woman. Older with short hair. But why? And what's the connection? If she's my mother, then... she didn't look Nora, but if she lives inside the mountain, how could the killers know about her? The more I learn, the less I understand. I need to track down Olin, an outsider. He was at the festival the night before the proving. Somehow, the killers saw me through his focus. And he knew it. He could have warned me. When I find him, well, he's gonna tell me everything he knows. And he's gonna pay. Well, I guess I should be going.
If you think about it, we have the humans too, Eclectic. The Meridian. I will admit that thought never occurred to me, though. I'll go ahead and freely admit that. Where's my... do I not have any more? I might not have any more. I don't know the Banuk really. Hello, Dirkrillian. We're nowhere. We have had some crash issues. We're still having issues. I'm gonna crank everything down. Just all the way down. Except for that. See how this plays. You know what's funny is when you start it up on PC, there's a thing where it'll say optimizing. You can just let it sit there, and it took like 10 minutes. And I let it sit there. I wonder if that was a mistake. I got this brand new, ridiculously powerful Death Doom near top of the line PC. And this is the second game I've played on it that I've had, not only had issues, but the graphics have been stuttery and kind of poor quality thanks to optimization issues. One of these days I'm going to play a game and it's going to be butter on this thing. He'd probably work in the Federation better than the Empire. Nobody likes working in the Empire. Was it really, Atri? Jeez. It is on the game side. That is how that
I
works.
might regret this.
Yes, we're gonna play Tetris and it'll be like da 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 da. Chkum, 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 chkum. Yeah, next up is Assassin's Creed Unity, and then Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Two much older games. Now, if I want to see what a game really looks like a game that really knows, that is very well optimized and very well polished and will look amazing, I will play Doom Eternal. That game will play like butter on this machine. Yeah, Doom Eternal is digital butter. It is. It is a ridiculously well-polished, extremely well-optimized game. That game runs well on the Switch, for God's sakes. Well, Bloodborne will be PS4, so that'll be whatever. Wrong button. You know, I love how they have color indicators in lore. Although I like the color indicator thing in general, so that's kind of whatever. Where am I? Okay. I'll go around a little bit there. Yeah, I gave up on all the confusion, Dirkrillian. And we decided to make things nice and simple. If I've played a game before, it's a classic run. If I haven't, it's a premiere run. Chkunk! And now all the arguments are gone. I admittedly got really sick of the constant arguments of what qualifies as a classic run versus a premiere run, exactly which date the line was drawn. You know, we had plenty of debates about that, and I was like, you know what? Here. Nice and binary. Have I played it before? Yes. Or no. Done. Alright. Where's... Oh my god. Nope, 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 nope. So, I'm sorry, DLCs for what, Sarah Mike? I need slightly more information. I mean, that wasn't the mentality Zack attack, but you know what? I'll take it.
I'll tuck that away.
Crash. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a bad crash right there. Yep, nope, that's a bad crash. That's a really bad crash. Okay, well, since that didn't fix it, we can do this. There we go. Okami would be a classic run, yes, because I've played Okami before. I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I never brush my teeth after lunch, so I'll be right back. I figured it out. You notice how, relatively speaking, we didn't really have any, like, game issues when it came to 2020? And then we streamed Cyberpunk, Heroes of Might and Magic 5, Pathologic 2, and this. All of those games, 100% of the games I just mentioned, have been buggy or crashy, or I've had to end task it to not hardlock my computer, or whatever. It's, yeah. Apparently, S.A. Ross, who knew? We're gonna go back over here. And we're just gonna do this. Since that doesn't fix it, I'd rather just, you know... Why is it centering it? Oh, I see why. Why? Not you guys. You guys are cool. There it is. There. Oh god, the frickin' Blackwall. That thing is such a pain in my arse. There. No frame limiter, no adaptive performance. Desync right back off. Sneeze attack. map's fixed, at least. So it's not screwing up anymore. That's why I switched back. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's at least have the game play properly. I mean, he didn't exactly have a good life, Octath, so... Only in Star Wars, Gum Gum. Keep your nose clean, do your job well, don't stick your head out of dangerous reach, excuse me, and always bow when someone named Lord shows up. Probably screwing that up a little bit, but whatever. And then Aloy died. I haven't decided, Eclectic. I'm gonna have to judge it a little bit as we go. Oh, whip, whip. Turned around, turned around. Where am I? Oh, I see where I am. I'm in a weird spot. That's where I am. Damn you, gravity.
Never know when I might need these.
Yeah, peerages in real life are... Even now, when there's codified rules of what a peerage means, are kind of inconsistent. I was trying to, Eclectic, but it didn't work out all that well, so... Maybe because I actually hit the building on the way down or something, I don't know. It's okay, guys, I'll just block the earth when I land.
These will keep.
You know, it's really funny. The next game we're streaming is Assassin's Creed Unity. I mean, I know it's all patched up, but what do you want to bet? What do you want to bet?
That man. He doesn't look Nora.
His head twists weirdly far around. There we go.
There's danger ahead, girl.
Danger for you, Outlander. This is Noraland.
Yes, yes, yes. Trespass is forbidden on pain of death. Strange phrase, the pain of death. See? This one's in no pain at all.
Who was he?
A thief, slaver, a killer. The kind that give honest killers a bad name.
Varl told me there would be bandit ambushes on the road.
Well, it's not all good news. They don't always come to you. Most dig out a camp, and there they'll sit like spoil on meat.
Unless someone does something about it?
I like you. Follow the trail of smoke on the other side of the ruins. I'll be there.
Unfortunately, no, Pika. We changed our minds.
My focus
Evil
is
laughter.
picking up some kind of signal. Maybe I can scan it. That signal. Up those ruins. That must be Devil's Thirst. A city of the old ones. Of the metal world.
You know, I might as well just fully curse myself at this point and say that I've played through DOS 2 2.5 times. Without issues. So, surely we won't have issues now, right? Right? Oh my god, please tell me we won't have issues with DOS 2. There we go, I lost him. I really did lose him. I lost a giant giraffe, guys. Not that I know of that. Unless this is something else. Nope, he's right there. So anyways, it's a giant giraffe. I need to get a picture of one of these suckers, actually.
A tall neck. Looks just like Ross described.
I'll do it when it's daytime.
From its head. I need to get up there.
Mind me. Nothing to see here. Oh, it's going like right by right now, too.
The machine saw me.
I can't believe that counted. It's secretly just because I hate DOS 2 that much. It's just that wonderful of a game that I am driven to violent rage at the thought of streaming it. I didn't get the talent, at least I don't think I did.
Here we go again.
Oh, there he is. Guess I can check now. There we go. Yeah, I didn't get strike from above yet. But I will. I've actually never played DOS 2 on Switch, but I will be playing it on PC. That's the copy I have played. Okay. I have the power over the sun in the palm of my hand. The Muppets had a 2011 movie? Let's go right there. Let's move the camera back a little bit. Kind of make it over. I need to go down. Down. Down? There we go. Kind of like that right there. Okay, we're good.
All right. Now I just have to reach its head.
It wouldn't be a Ubisoft game without towers.
Sorry about this. It won't take long.
I love how so many of these gameplay mechanics make perfect sense in lore if you think about them.
Everything along its path, and sends what it sees to other machines.
I mean, is that just me? Am I the only one who likes that about this game? Like, so many of these various mechs, they explain their purpose in lore, and it's like, yes! Anyways, sorry. Also, from a purely aesthetic perspective, those are some of my favorite mechs in the game. That button? No, that button. There we go. Orbit 4F8 initiated. Cycle 808,231. Routing query sent. No response. G prime. Ping inert agents. 43 of 46 dormant. Sorry, I was trying to find the button to collect it. It was enter. Yeah, I am curious about Valhalla when we get there, Pika. 3 Assassin's Creed games I haven't played, and 2 of them we're playing, well, soon. This is a long game. And it crashes. She'll always be Parvati to me. I do like Ashley Birch as an actress, though, quite a bit. She's good at putting actual emotion into her voice. And I've heard her do a couple of decent ranges, but as was pointed out earlier, she has a bit of the Steve Blum curse going. For those of you not aware, Steve Blum actually has tremendous range as a voice actor, but you wouldn't know it because everyone always asks him to do his kind of normal, grizzled voice. Which I can't even make my voice cadence that way unless I'm trying really hard.
A Nora village, up on the heights. Okay, thinking back.
Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with that one, Blow Felix, but I might look that up at some point. Fish. I mean, they mention it, Eclectic, but no, I didn't know that. Didn't know the specifics. Digimon Tamer's English dub. Digimon.
Maybe the War Chief and Nora managed to take down a corruptor. Lots of machines. All controlled by the killers.
Just a second. First time this has been an issue. Turn that down just a bit.
Machines against them. Look at this place. It's like they sent a stampede of them down the slope.
I'll tell you one thing I love about this game. The color red. I'm not joking. I love how they do their sunrises and sunsets in this game. It's basically filters, but oh god, it's good stuff. Look at it. Look at it. Anyways.
The dead and wounded all cleared away. Are there no more Braves or healers here?
Just me. You're hurt. What happened?
I didn't. It's madness out there. War Chief Sona sent me back to report. I'm no good to her like this.
Varl told me that the war chief tracked the killers. Did she find them?
We followed their trail, but again and again they sent corrupted machines to attack us. My wounds started to slow me down, so the war chief sent me back to let others know she hasn't given up the fight.
So, you were here when the war party was ambushed?
I was. I thought after the proving there could be no darker day, but I was wrong. The war chief was delayed gathering the rear guard. Eager for revenge, the braves in the lead fell into the trap. Dozens lost in minutes. If Sona hadn't arrived and rallied us, no one would have survived.
Varl sent me to look for Sona. Do you know where she is now?
All I can tell you is where we parted. Near the metal tower, southeast of the ruins at Devil's Thirst. Look to the rise behind it with a lone boulder. I'll head for the embrace and report what I know to Varl and the others. May All Mother lend you strength. You'll need it, going alone.
It's okay. I'm the PC, and my game is crashing regularly, so that's also relevant. One moment, I just realized I should have this, like, right here, ready to go. Right behind it. Okay, cool. Now you get to die, boy.
They know where I
Speaking of the AI and how it changes how its behaviors is part of its difficulty. You notice how the lowest level enemies always face you, and their face is one of their weak points, so you pretty much always have access to a weak point. Unlike later mobs, which that will not be true.
Calm, calm.
Hey, Permeus. Things. Yeah, I was trying to do the stealth strike. That didn't work out. Damn it! I keep hitting space to dodge. It's so automatic. I can't lose jump. If you ever wonder why you see me jump when I'm trying to avoid an enemy, that's what's happening.
This'll help.
I just need to get good. Did it again! It's the muscle reflex. That's what my brain is telling me dodge is without me even thinking about it. I've got a good button for it, I'm just not used to it is all. Oh, I know, Atri. In fact, to my knowledge, that's how you're supposed to kill the big stuff on harder difficulties. I'm not sure, because, again, I play this on super easy, because melee. Because melee just stops being viable. I was trying to stealth! It didn't let me do the stealth strike, Larry. What do you want from me? But I am actually going to try stealth this playthrough. That is a thing I'm leaning towards. So I've already taken points in it.
Ouch!
I will probably not use the traps. That's generally not my playstyle. I think you're right, Eclectic. Just be like... Just be like... Whoa. as I'm going.
I gotta find a way to override.
See, the funny thing is, I can't win, whether I call it a classic run or a premiere run. But I prefer this method, and so this method I shall stick by. Did you ever play this one, Gary? I actually don't remember. Forgive my ignorance. Yeah. As I say, I'm pretty sure you did. I know Pax did, but that's because he played the DLC. Okay, that was a good shot. I'll take a flex on that one. Anyways, what the hell was I talking about? Classic run, right? So, the old definition for classic run was older game. The problem was, what's an older game? And that just led to discussion after discussion, after disagreement, after argument. And finally, I decided, actually pretty recently, I'll admit, you know what, that's stupid. Let's just define it in a nice, binary fashion. Classic game is a game I've already played. Premiere run is a game I haven't. Bam. So this is a classic run, because I had played this game. Hell, I've beaten this game before. And thank you guys for the flexes.
I'll find a use for you.
So, we have a nice binary definition now. Did you played the PS4 version, right, Gary? Just to verify. Well, everything I do is a lore run. And I'm not even saying that to be facetious. The more I think about it, the more I think I'm just going to say that. Because every game we discuss gameplay design concepts and behind the scenes and lore of the series. And we lore run every game we stream. I'm just going to start saying that. I'm not going to label anything lore run because that would be disingenuous. But we're just going to start saying that going forward. Turkey. Oh, yes, sure, I missed the turkey. Not exactly Sheriff Yoda, but we can reverse engineer some math on it.
Trunks.
Anyways, I'm sorry, so you did play this on PC? Because you said yes, and then I'm like, wait. Yes to which? Okay, it was PS4. Damn. Alright, that's okay. I was kind of hoping you could give me some, like you'd be like, oh yeah, and I had to do this to fix the non-stop crashing issue. And I would be like, ah, I should have thought of that. Alas. See, you should play PC games on your OLED. This is your mistake here, sir. I actually love this setting quite a bit, too. I will complain about this game, but damn, what it does right, it does brilliantly.
So where did she go next?
Whoops.
They must have taken a moment to rest. Couldn't have been easy, going on after the ambush.
I'm surprised you don't do a long cable answer.
So mistaken losses.
Like I wanted to do and failed at succeeding at. For reasons I still don't fully understand. Okay, that's, yeah. I'll say mine was only two doors that way. That would be a little bit crazy. Come on.
Dressings for wounds. The runner wasn't the only one who got hurt. Might be a blood trail I could follow. I should try my focus.
I mean, you could drill through the floor. I've actually done that before. In the house. That would be like 6 houses ago, but still.
Her braves headed for that ridge.
I'm telling you, coolest mech in the game, right there. Who else? Give me some long neck shoutouts. Who really likes the long neck amongst the rest of you? I mean, don't mistake me, the T-Rexes are amazing, but I haven't seen the Grizzlies yet. What's funny is those things, if I was to militarize them, those would be... Oh, I lost it. Where'd it go? Those would be artillery. They just kind of chung chung chung, bakong, you know, get one nice cannon on their back.
They're scanning for me. A dead sawtooth. Maybe Sona took it out. She could be close.
Sudden camera angle. Yeah, like, yeah, a Big Bertha. Great way to put that. Mini boss. Taken out by one shot. Okay, technically. Dude, Sharptooth was the bomb. I'm just saying.
You're lucky I happened by. One heartbeat more, and that sawtooth would have torn you apart.
Half a heartbeat more and I would have killed it myself. So you're War Chief Sona? Varl asked me to find you.
Has he held the gate?
He has, bravely. I saw him kill a corrupted machine himself. But he worries for you.
Our tribe needs strength, not sentiment. I've tracked some of the killers who struck the Proving. I crave vengeance. Do you?
I mean...
You have no idea.
They need to die, so...
Show me then. Lend me your strength. Follow.
So suddenly we're playing Spore, or I guess she's playing Spore.
They're just across this ridge, digging the cursed earth.
Usual, Gary. Once I'm done.
Soil. Corrupter demons.
I know.
I can have a quick dinner to speed it up a little bit. Just have a protein shake or something.
I wonder if you'll live up to it.
Jesus, Eclectic, how the hell? Fox! Fox! No, let me shoot! Let me shoot! Ah! Fox bone! Woo! I need a boar bone, too, actually. Damn. That boar didn't drop its bone, guys. Insert WoW joke here. Or just MMO joke, I suppose. I probably won't have time to watch it, honestly, Eclectic. I mean, you can link it. I'll put it in my someday file. Kind of big. Where'd she go? I was looting! I lost her!
What are they shooting?
Wow! One shot. Alright. Right, I was going to tell you about that, Zalod. So, how do I phrase this? Sorry, Dracrylian. I feel guilty not using it. Let's start with that. So, because obviously you put the time and effort into it, and I do actually appreciate it, whether it shows or not. But the harsh problem is, it doesn't seem to really die the way I kind of want it to. Well, I like what I've played, Sheriff Yoda. Because I need something that I can basically quick and easy be like, chong, right? Especially in the middle of an active stream. That's why the text file is so useful, because I can just do that, Alt-Tab, name, number, game, done, right? Now, what I could then do is use your program instead of the spreadsheet. But the problem is the engineer in me is thinking, well, okay, at that point, why am I even bothering, since it's effectively the same overall thing? Nothing's changed, is what I'm trying to say. It's the same thing. Hey, a fox skin! And so, as a consequence, I find myself disinclined to do so, since it's basically the same time and investment approach.
A quick way down.
Now, that being said, your tool is actually superior in several ways, especially data collecting. You know, the amount of information that your tool pulls is way better than just a simple spreadsheet. Most of the issues with it would be smoothed over by the time we get to the point where all the old runs have been funded, you know, that kind of stuff. So I don't... That's the other thing. It's just like... It is actually a really awesome tool, and I find myself thinking about how else I could use it. But I don't think I would use it for this exact format, mostly because it's basically just another tool. I mean, okay, I don't know if you've ever run into this in programming. I really don't. But in network engineering, one of the things we would run into, or in just computer design, is you'd run into a problem, and you can use X or you can use Y. They're very different, but both are basically identical. And then you run into the problem where it's like, you know, a customer's like, hey, you know, I want to use Y. Should I use Y? And you're like, well, do you have a reason to? It's something I actually run into a lot in life, as both personally and professionally. I have absolutely no problem with trying or using a new thing, but there has to be a crash in order to justify it. If there's no crash there, then that's just not worth my time at that point. I'm sorry. If there's no... If it doesn't have a return on investment that's worthwhile, then I'm not sure what the point is of shifting over to the new tool, right? So that's where I'm at. That's what I wanted to tell you earlier. That's the current mentality. Jeez Louise, eclectic. I mean, it works, so... See how bad our auto... I think I know exactly where our autosave is going to be, though. Now, hypothetically, this is going to sound weird. This current time that I'm playing here should crash less than the last couple of times we've been doing it. You're probably thinking, why, Lore? Well, I haven't been using... well, actually, no, I have. Never mind. I'm wrong. Ignore me. I think it defaults to using the standard exe, aka the one I've already hex edited. I love this, by the way. I've done so many things. And it's just... Whatever. No fox for me. Whatever. Just wanted a fox skin. I actually got a fox skin. Damn it. Alright. I don't know what happened to him, but I'm sure he's fine. It's okay, it's definitely non-lethal. Sorry, what? Jesus, Larian, this is ridiculous. I just want you to know that. Look at that damage variance. Look at that.
Don't give them easy targets.
That was me trying to dodge.
So fall the enemies of Shadow.
Hi, Majdi. Did I already say hi? Yes. Right near Colorado, actually, Sheriff Yoda.
Need them soon enough.
Intended. Like, the map isn't perfect, but you can kind of map out where it is in the States if you zoom out a bit. Okay, now you get to see what happened. So the other thing I was going to talk about there,
Intruder!
even though it's total insanity,
For the Shadow!
I do kind of like how you can literally see the programming on the machines. Purely from a gameplay HUD perspective. I would imagine we could explain it away in lore by saying it's just what her focus is showing her. But I like the red veins, I like the blue veins. I mean, red versus blue is kind of a cool aesthetic in general, but I think they do some good stuff with it here. We all know how Horde versus Alliance I am. He saw me. I don't know how to re-stealth in this game. Who doesn't like black olives on pizza? That's like not liking pineapple on pizza. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Sorry, I shouldn't joke about that. This is shocking to me, Lord Ross. So, S.A. Ross. Shocking! Not Lord Ross, that's me. Oh, I love green olives, don't mistake me. I just don't like them on pizza, I think. Never had it. Not counting like really weird vinegary pizza, which I'm not into.
One right here.
Yeah, well, that sucks. Pepperoni. My favorite pizza is rib pizza, but that's really rare. I mean, that doesn't surprise me at this point. I have had artichoke on pizza. Ugh. Oh, thank you. But yeah, pepperoni. I mean, rib pizza is the best, but after that, it's just basic pepperoni, shredded beef, jalapenos, tomatoes, onions, black olives, bell peppers. That's it, though. Nothing fancy. No, Maz, it's just rib meat. It's a pizza with rib meat on it. It's really good.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Dead, but not long. Watch out.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, sure. Whoop, wrong button.
I thought.
That's how I kill people. I don't know about you guys.
Nothing there.
I want to make sure that they have a show, you know, as their final vision of life. Something interesting, you know. Ain't nothing in the grass but us, Aloys. There's no alloys here, sorry. I want to see something.
Rain's easing. Clouds will part soon.
Is there something in that grass?
No. There is, however, a game crash. I can't get through this one encounter. I mean, granted, I died a couple times, but, what really sucks is I enjoy stealthing my way through an area and sneak killing my way through it. But let's get on with this. Shall we? That is where they were the original images are based on. Yeah, yes, Sirius Black. Yes is the answer to your question.
We're getting picked off!
Wow! Okay. Hello, Potato Net Runner. Yeah, that was the quickest crash we've had so far. We're getting good on the speedrunning record there. No, the game hasn't crashed 12 times so far. We're passing Anthem in terms... we are actually past Anthem in rate of crashes. If this rate of crash is to continue, we are past Anthem's rate of crashes. As in crashes per time.
Might be an intruder in that.
I don't think we had any crashes last time, no. I'm stuck. Cyberpunk wasn't that crashy, no. Very buggy, not very crashy. We only ran into 2 game-breaking bugs, both of which were actually patched out.
Can't afford any more losses!
We have successfully completed this area. Oh, Cyberpunk was mega buggy, but it wasn't mega crashy. And, I mean, given a choice, I'll take mega buggy over mega crashy. You know? No crash, hooray! Crash.
I counted more at the War Party massacre. If I have to chase their filthy shadows from here to Spear's Reach, I will.
You're hurt. Losing blood.
My health is not your concern.
No one doubts your determination, but you need rest.
She's right, War Chief. Give your wounds time to close.
Varl, what are you doing here? I ordered you to hold that gate with your life.
And so I did, until the runner you sent returned with news of his encounter with Aloy and your location. I left the gate well guarded. My place is here, with you, with our vengeance. Am I not owed that?
Maybe I should have a look around. See if I can figure out where the rest of the killers are.
Do as you wish. Everyone else does.
Mother.
Oh no, the lip sync has been... So, there was a fix for the lip syncing issue, but it also didn't fix the crashing issue, so I kind of turned it back off.
No room.
Like, we have the graphics cranked down right now. Which obviously isn't helping, so let's just turn and crank the graphics right back up. And say screw it. At least have something pretty to look at every few seconds.
place this.
There they are, deliberately undigging those things. Idiots. Wow. Okay. For those of you watching this on YouTube, I'm not rage quitting here. I'm just going to cut off the VOD until we get back to where I am, okay?